Bush had been up in most of the polls back then. There were 14 polls in the final 7 days. Bush led in 10, Kerry in 2, and tied in 2, and the average of those polls was 1.5%.
In an astonishing display of media malpractice, CBS News quietly released proof 2 days before the election, frankly too late in my view to reach the public, that President Obama lied to the public about the Benghazi terror attack, and as well as what he said in that debate when he was arguing with Governor Romney. They have footage that they didn't put in their original interview with 60 Minutes, where Obama made his statement about the attacks. He kept saying that he said it in the Rose Garden, but he wasn't referring to this being a terror attack. He was asked by Steve Kroft, do you believe this was a terrorism attack? And this was after the Rose Garden. And, again, 2 weeks later, he was telling Joy Behar of The View that he couldn't say it was a terror attack. He said to 60 Minutes, it's too early to tell exactly how this came about. They held that tape for 6 weeks until today.
Yeah, pretty astonishing, pretty amazing, and I mean, somebody at CBS has a lot of explaining to do. Can you imagine how the foreign policy debate would have come out had this information been out there? The president, who got on his high horse and said, "Of course, I was a terror attack. I said it was a terror attack." Candy Crowley rides to his rescue. What would have happened if we'd all known this? The president wouldn't have had that response to be able to make, and instead, it's once again the sign of the subtle bias that infects the media, and God bless whoever in CBS finally said we owe it to the American people to publish this, and shame on Steve Kroft for not acknowledging this earlier. I mean, he's in charge of the story. He's the journalist reporting it, and his failure to bring this data forward and this quote forward is appalling. He should have stepped forward at the time, but even if he hadn't stepped forward at the time, he should have stepped forward after the debate in which the president said something that was contradicted directly by the tape that he had in his possession.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. All right.